Howdy friends, Wes here checking in with a little bit of a different video today. I often talk about the vinyl I find in thrift stores, but I don't just go to thrift stores for vinyl. I look for other things. You get some really good deals on stuff in thrift stores if you know what you're looking for. If you're, it's just like vinyl. If you're consistent and you go a lot and you really keep your eyes open and look at everything, even if sometimes you'll find things that you didn't even know you wanted. So that's just sort of a fun thing to do. I enjoy going to thrift stores often, and I haven't really been talking about the other things I've bought at thrift stores. Sometimes I go just looking for vinyl and don't find any vinyl, but sometimes you find other things, and I just wanted to maybe try making some videos about the other things I find at thrift stores and share that with you and see what you thought about it. I've been watching some other people's thrift hauls recently here on YouTube, and just thought I would throw in my recent finds from the past few weeks and just share with you what I got. So let's go ahead and get into this. First thing we have here is a light box. I haven't even actually tested this out yet. I need to get some D batteries. I've been shooting some film recently, and I have a lot of film that I've saved up over the years back when film was the only way to go. I put negatives on here and actually view them, and this will be good for some other things. Photographing things, being able to light them from the bottom is really nice. So this was $5.99, a little bit pricey, but if it works, it's going to be a useful tool to have. CDs, I always go looking for, almost always go look through the CDs at least briefly, just to see. They're 99 cents at Goodwill, most places. I take a look at the CDs, and if there's something I didn't hear the first time around, get a chance to pick them up. So let's just talk about these. I've got Van Morrison's Magic Time from 2005, it looks like, or 2003. Tiny print, anyway. A copy of John Coltrane's Blue Train. Have this on vinyl, of course, but now I have an actual real CD of it rather than just a rip of it. No Doubt's Return of Saturn. Kelly Osbourne's Shut Up. I never heard this other than the Papa Don't Preach thing she did. I think this is probably going to be pretty bad, but for $1 I'll listen to it just to see what it was all about. Looks like maybe a local artist that I haven't heard of. This is Ricky Kendall, Soul Searching. Just like the colors on the artwork, and yeah, it says Gainesville, Florida, so I'm guessing local artist. Haven't heard of him before. Copy on CD of Al Green's Greatest Hits. Another one I have on vinyl, but I like to have CD copies of all my vinyl records, either ripping them or buying the actual commercial version. So that'll be commercial version of that. Jimi Hendrix Blue Wild Angel, and B.B. King's Deuces Wild from '97. Didn't hear this one yet. Looks like he's doing a lot of you call it duets. He's getting together with other artists. Van Morrison is on here, Tracy Chapman, Eric Clapton, Bonnie Raitt, D'Angelo, Rolling Stones, Heavy D, Willie Nelson. A lot of different artists on here. So next thing. Shirts. I do look at the clothes. The typical work shirts like what I'm wearing now. I generally buy these at thrift stores as an express shirt. It's a mall brand. I'm pretty frugal, so I wouldn't actually pay mall prices for something like this. This probably was a $30 or $40 shirt, and I'm not. You can buy a lot of records for $30 or $40, so I don't really spend that much. The shirts are $4 at Goodwill. Next thing we got here, iBook G4 Apple 1.33 gigahertz. This was originally what's called a Lingraphica machine, where it does it was sort of like a text-to-speech sort of thing for people with disabilities. I picked this up. It was $10. It does have that system on there, the Lingraphica system, and I'm waiting on a RAM upgrade that will allow me to get that system off of here and load standard OS 10. 10.5 is the highest version of OS 10 this will run. So I just thought that would be fun to play with. It was $9.99. It works. Everything works on it. So just be fun to play around. I'm not a huge fan of laptops in general, so I don't really own a laptop. I have an old netbook I use sometimes, but it's got Windows XP on it, which is not even supported anymore, so I either have to reload that, or maybe this will work out for me for the rare occasion when I want to have a laptop just once a year or less. So just a few more things to talk about, but I'm going to have to get the camera up off the tripod here and show you those things. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so the first thing here is this Sharp microwave. Early last week, our old microwave just quit. It started smelling like burning electronics, and I did a bit of research and found out that it's a known problem. It was a Panasonic inverter microwave, and apparently the inverters tend to burn up on those and they can actually catch fire, so I didn't want to mess around with that at all. So did a day of thrifting, finally found this Sharp model at Goodwill for $14.99. It was really the only microwave I found that was a good price that day. It's 2 cubic feet, so it's pretty big. It's bigger than the one we had, and it's 1200 watts. So a decent replacement. It's been working good for us so far. Didn't want to have to spend a lot of money to replace a microwave, so another thing thrift stores worked out great for. Okay, and the last thing I have to share are this pair of speakers here. These are Riga speakers. Riga Model 2s is what they're called. They were made in Canada. And I just wanted a good vintage set of speakers. Been on the lookout for them. These are pretty heavy. I have hooked these up and tested them. It sounds like the tweeters are not working. I need to do some more poking around on these and check them out. I do have the cover for the other speaker there. It's just off there. I'll sort of walk around these for you. Here's the back side of them, and I've been testing them out with this Pioneer SX626 that I found. Also was a recent thrift store find. Been working on that. I got some parts on the way for this. I'm going to be restoring this and using it as well. This is going to be a system for out here in the garage for now, just an old vintage system. So we'll be talking a lot more about this 626 once I get the parts in it and get it all fixed up and running, but it sounds pretty good. May end up recapping it as well. Probably is a good idea to do that. So yeah, those were some thrift store finds. Let me know what you thought about any or all of this, whether you want to see more in the future. And thanks for watching. Please subscribe. See you again soon. Bye.